3, 2, 1. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I really, really, really want. Playing the Field with Caitlin McQuinn. Welcome. We're going to go ahead and get started with some dating app reviews. Dang. Okay, first of all, what a badass. Secondly, you really pull off a backwards baseball cap. I've tried doing that several times in my life and I just don't look cool. Actually, I'm gonna do it now. Stand by. Do you see what I mean? I look like the missing person from that Mary-Kate and Ashley music video when they're like, we're twins. Isn't that a thing? Did I make that up? Unsure. I'm gonna leave this on for the duration of reviewing Haley's profile because I am inspired and now I feel confident enough to rock this, even though she looks much more badass than me, but it's okay. Haley is 29. Ugh, I'm obsessed with her. I also love your hair color, Haley, and your phone case. Okay, Haley's bio reads, winner of the prestigious Strongest Bro in My Apartment Named Haley award for the past 7 years. I like a sassy gal. Expert at smart ass retorts, even if they are a day late, which is really funny and very honest. Because sometimes when you're having a conversation with someone, you're like, oh man, I should have said that 26 hours ago. Well, one thing about Haley is that she does. Yes, Haley, we all need to be like Haley. My candles do not smell like Gwyneth Paltrow. I have not purchased that candle, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't intrigued. We'll consider laughing with you, but we'll always laugh at you. Yeah, that's what's up. I think that's how I show my affection, which I'm working on in therapy. If I like a person, I'll typically kind of like make fun of them and laugh at them, and then they're like, you're being mean, and I'm like, no, I'm in love with you. What don't you understand? I think Haley might get it. And then one of her Spotify artists is Sum 41 In Too Deep. Cause I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep all the fun in my head instead of going under. Is that how it goes? I don't know. I would know, but when I was in 8th grade, I went to go see Sum 41 at House of Blues in New Orleans, Louisiana. And my mother came with me because I was only 13. And let me tell you, the first F-bomb that band dropped, my mom made me leave. So I was only there for 35 seconds. So I'm not sure if that's how the song goes. Thanks, Mom. Okay, let's review some of Haley's pictures. Here is one. This is Christmas time because we're in front of a Christmas tree. Deductive reasoning. Can we please talk about your red dress? Haley, you're a freaking bombshell. Let me pull up some of her other pictures. I love the variety of photos that Haley has on her profile because we see that she is into fitness. So she's like, don't F with me if you don't lift weights and run. You know what I mean? Like, health is important to her physical health. Exercise releases endorphins. Endorphins make you happy, and happy people just don't murder their husbands. They just don't. Well, first of all, who did your smoky eye? Get back with me. I'm trying to learn and I can't do it. Well, I love it. I love this profile. I love seeing someone who lets their personality shine through, and Haley freaking nailed it. Thank you for playing Haley. Let me take this hat off now. Great. Personal story dating time. Okay, personal story time. This one time, I went on a date with a guy. His name I called Tiny Tim. Now, I did not name him Tiny Tim because he was tiny. He was of average height. I'm 5'5", maybe he was 5'10". He was just your typical fella. Very nice, very sweet. Was a Capricorn, and I'm a Virgo. I was like, this is gonna jive, this will work. So Tiny Tim and I went to dinner at a restaurant in the city. This was in the summertime in New Orleans. And if any of you have ever been in a sauna, then you know exactly what it's like to be outside in New Orleans in the summertime. It's hot as shit. And it's humid, so you immediately start sweating everywhere. My knees sweat. My toes sweat. It just was not cute. And I was full, so I was full from dinner. And then, we walk outside of the restaurant. I'm thinking like, this is cool, like drive me home. I wanna go home now. It's like 9:30, I'm ready to wash my face and get into my robe and, scroll through Twitter for hours. I wanted to say read a book, but I don't wanna lie to you guys. Tiny Tim says, would you like to go for a walk? And in my mind, I'm like, no. But because I'm still working on speaking up for myself and not hurting people's feelings, I said yes. So I'm in heels, we're going for a walk. I'm in heels, I'm in jeans, I'm in a top that's like, it's like a blouse, it's cute. I look cute. So I'm thinking maybe we'll just make the blog. He just wants to talk. He doesn't want the date to end yet. 1 hour later. 1 hour later, we end up back in his car. This dude took me, a New Orleanian, born and raised, on a tour of the town. We start walking down Canal Street, which if you've been in New Orleans, is a very busy touristy street in the downtown side. There's just too much going on. I get overwhelmed, sensory overload. We walked at least 2 miles, right? And so after about 10 minutes of walking, I'm like, where are we going? He's like, just a stroll. I'm like, am I gonna die? And then I shut down. But when I'm pissed, I get quiet. And that's how people know. And so Tiny Tim knew. Because I got quiet, and then I took my hair tie, and I started putting my hair up, and I was just like, and I shut down. And you know what? That was our last date. The audacity. To make a girl or anyone walk in summertime, New Orleans humidity in heels? No. You know what? He was nice. But that honestly, that did me in. I'm just like, I can't. I want to go to dinner, and then after that, maybe we go have a nightcap somewhere, or we have dessert, and then I go home. I don't go run a marathon. Now a reader cue. I put out a call on Twitter for reader questions. So if you have a question about dating, about sex, about romance, about relationships, people could slide into my DMs and drop their questions. So this one is from David from Twitter. David says, how or where do you look for people to have a romantic relationship with when you're dealing with work all day? I live in a small town in Mexico, and around here you see a lot of couples being unfaithful. David, what the? It makes me feel anxious about my life, being almost 30 and haven't achieved anything. First things first, David. Achieving a romantic relationship is not the end-all be-all of one's purpose in life. I tell this to my girlfriends all the time too. And to myself, I look in the mirror and I'm like, you're worth more than just being someone's spouse. And I mean that. So David, it's just because you're in your 30s and you don't have a romantic partner does not mean you haven't achieved anything. You're a badass, okay? I think. I don't know you, but my intuition, and I'm very in touch with my intuition, tells me that you're a badass person. Secondly, how or where do you look for people to have romantic relationships with when you're dealing with work all day? Yeah, so that's something that I struggle with too, because I'm a busy person, other people are busy people. I think that one thing to keep in mind is always this. If you like someone, you will make time for them. So That works in the inverse as well. If they like you, they'll make time for you. So busy or otherwise, like you can still nurture a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And if they aren't making time for you, then, walk away. Pull a Kelly Clarkson. Just walk away. Just walk away. Thank you for joining Playing the Field with Caitlin McQueen. If you have any questions or advice or dating horror stories, please feel free to submit those. Okay, talk to you soon.
Identical twins. Dee-lee-lee-dum.